I'm curious, how would you describe what a real estate team is? I've been asked, and I'm curious how you would answer this question, Woods, because I was asked here recently, Mike, what is a real estate team? And I think, for me, I thought everybody knows what that is, but so many people get into this business and start as a solopreneur. I'm curious, how would you describe what a real estate team is?
Well, I think very simply put, a team is when an agent starts to offer services to other agents in exchange for a portion of their commission. And usually those are like services above and beyond, obviously, what their broker offers them. And usually that's things like, maybe closing coordination, additional assistance. And a lot of times, one of the main things is leads, right? More opportunities for them to generate more business. And again, in exchange for that, the agents that are on the team give up a percentage of their commission to that team leader.
Yeah, I mean, and I think you nailed it. I also think, when I answered the question for somebody and, I hadn't been asked it in a long time, one thing that came to mind, because this individual where they were, what I tried to explain to them was that a real estate team is also, as at a very basic level, is when you're not by yourself, right? So, a team can start with just an assistant. It surely can expand into, it can expand into having people help you with marketing and sales. But traditionally, I think most teams start out with getting somebody else to help them above and beyond, because really brokerages don't have the incentive. If they have a cap, what they're really saying is, hey, we're going to give you back more of the money so that you can create a business structure, whether that's keeping the money or if you want to scale. And most of the time, once people have scaled the ability to actually consistently generate clients, then they have a decision to make, because it's a functional organizational structure. What I mean by that is you have people, like you said, closing coordinator, photographer, courier. You have all of those roles and responsibilities, and you have to make a decision, and you really find yourself, again, as you start to become a producer. And I think we laid this out. If you haven't seen, we have the stages of the real estate business where you go from a solopreneur and you start to get to the hustler phase. If you haven't watched that episode, I highly recommend you watch it, especially if you're looking at building a team. We'll put a link in the description. It'll kind of walk you through each step of that evolution. And as you're evolving, it just makes sense. You can't make $1 million a year doing $20 an hour work, right? Putting listings into the MLS, handling the contract to close. If you don't change the outcome, you can delegate that. So it really starts, and then it transitioned into what me and you are usually more, used to, which is the opportunity side, which at that point, it's really the ability, a team is giving you the ability to make leveraged income versus transactional income, where all of the dollars coming into the business are reliant on you going out and, helping a buyer or a seller or a leaser or a leasee, meaning you being part of the transaction directly with your time. It's allowing you to get leverage from other people so you can do more of those revenue generating activities. Hey, if you enjoyed the short clip to the podcast we did, then here's another short clip that you can watch, or you can watch the entire podcast here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.